What's up, Chicago? A new era in Chicago sports coverage begins today. We are CHGO. I am Kevin Kaduk, here with some people you probably know. Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
Luke Stuckmeyer.
Greetings.
Greg Boyson.
Howdy.
We have assembled an unbelievable crew of talent here. You've probably seen on social media this morning. We've caused a little bit of a ruckus, and it's been awesome to see the reaction. I feel like people are really ready for community, a street-level, fan-first community. And we've got the guy on the Sox here, the guy on the Cubs, and the guy on the Hawks. And we've got more. We're covering all Chicago sports teams, but we're going to use this opportunity right now to kind of talk about who we are, what we plan to do, and just going forward, I guess. Luke, I'm going to start with you. What was your morning like? 8 a.m., that launch video goes crazy. People said Luke Stuckmeyer is involved with CHGO.
It's been wild. I've never had that many things to tweet out, put on Facebook, put on Instagram, retweet, reply, go back and forth. Then you come into work and it's the first job I've ever had where A, I don't have to wear makeup, and B, there's a refrigerator full of beer when you get there.
I already had one.
I like the job.
I had one, so Herb.
It's been surreal. Like, I think Vinny Duber, who you'll see later, told RK, like, man, the stuff that you had us do today for the Twitter, that's what I am. I'm kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
So I need somebody to tell me what to do, and RK made it so simple. And the interactions we've had today, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's blowing my mind how, like, when we first started, I was like, I know this is going to be big, but
yeah,
the reaction has been even bigger than I imagined.
I think you sell yourself short because you're great at social media, and when you announced your
great
move, people were like, where is Herb going? More than anybody else. I mean, that blew up thousands and thousands of likes, and it really got the ball rolling on this.
I'm just a guy who's on Twitter all the time. I'm not great at it. I just have a lot of volume.
Yeah.
A lot of quantity.
Right.
Not a lot of quality.
So, Greg, you're the hockey guy. You've been around the Hawks for a long time, and you're going to bring a really, a fan-first approach to that because you are a fan, and not only you're a fan of the Hawks, but a lot of fans of the lower levels, the Ice Hogs and the Wolves. How has the community responded to you coming here?
So far, so good. I don't think I've used the word surreal as much as I have in the last 2 weeks. I mean, This is what this is. I mean, I just think about all those long trips home from Rockford at 1 a.m. after covering a game, and it's got me right here to this seat. I couldn't be more thrilled. I want to let all those people that follow me for that AHL coverage to know that it's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, the Hawks are getting into a rebuild, so those Rockford Ice Hogs have become very important. So they're going to be a big part of our coverage here.
Sure. So we're going to drill down really deep on not only the major league teams, but also the minor league teams because we know that those are important. Cubs, Sox. Maybe we get in on the Windy City Bulls.
Yeah, why not?
Sure. And colleges are coming up. We will be covering the Sky and the soccer teams here in town. So if you are interested in Chicago sports, whatever you are interested in, we are going to be there. Let me ask you this, guys. You've seen our roster of talent. People have seen the roster of talent in Robert Feeder's column this morning. Where would we stack up if you were to put us in a list with the Chicago sports teams? Would we between the Bulls, the Bears, the Sky, the Fire? Where would we be?
The Sky are on top. They're the reigning champs of their division, of their league. So it's the Sky, number one. And then you have people who are coming. The Bulls are in a playoff hunt right now. They're one of the best teams in the East. So I'll put them number 2. We're probably 3 or 4 right in front of the White Sox, which I hope the White Sox pass us by. But then if they pass us by, our popularity will grow even more on the CHGO White Sox stage channel. So I would say 3 or 4. So then are there other teams here? Oh, yeah, sorry, Nick. Cubs. My bad. I'm not a
It started already. Here we go.
So I feel like if Sean Anderson is a great second baseman, that automatically puts us ahead of the Sox because that would fill our lineup hole, and they still have a hole there. So
no, they used to starter.
We're going to get into that a lot on the Sox podcast, which will be streaming live later this afternoon with our entire lineup. But where would you list them?
I just know on Twitter today I had somebody suggest we're the Avengers of Chicago sports. We've assembled with our superpowers. I don't know who that makes me. Somebody said Groot. I don't even know who the hell is Groot.
It's that little guy
The
from
the little old-looking guy.
little stick guy.
Yeah,
Tree
thanks
guy.
a lot for that. I appreciate it. He's also a garbage company, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true. That is true.
So I'm here to deliver the garbage. I put us in the middle, right in the middle. You know, we've got room to grow, but we're not at the bottom. I'll tell you that much.
For sure.
We got a unique group here.
So my buddy Brendan Chagru from Bears Twitter actually said, this looks like the Kevengers. Because I had a role in bringing a lot of these people together. And I will tell you, like, if you want a cool job and you're a Chicago sports fan, get some guys from Denver to come and say, hey, build us the best Chicago sports media team that you can, because we got the Excel spreadsheet going up and we're calling people and people are picking up the phone and people are just excited to really be here. And the energy here, to me, is just like nothing I've really experienced in media. So to me, that's exciting. I'm still feeling the buzz from 8 a.m. this morning.
It's just a cool time to, take off the mask. Everybody's ready to have a little fun, go talk sports, go to the ballpark this summer, enjoy a playoff run with the Bulls, have some fun. And that's what this is about. It's about mixing with the fans. It's not talking down to the fans. It's you're part of us.
Yeah.
We want to be part of we're making a big group and everybody's welcome to come in. We're not keeping anybody out.
Sure. So I used to be at Yahoo Sports. You were at The Score. You were at NBC Sports Chicago. Greg, you don't have a traditional media background per se. So what is it like coming into this? And because I think we've got a great mix of the two, young and old, like everything.
Yeah, it's I'm waiting for security to stop me at the entrance going, what are you doing here? You don't belong here.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like, again, I'm going to use a hockey reference, shocking. I feel like I've just got called up to the NHL. This is my first shift in the big leagues. This is a dream job. It's been what I've been working for. And, I've had a great support system as we've been grinding it. Mario, who's going to be covering the Hawks with me too, we've kind of had the same path.
Right.
Taken, the unconventional route, but, sports media coverage is unconventional these days. It's changing every day. It's evolving. And, we're ahead of the curve right here, and I can't wait. To be a part of this is the most exciting.
I think about growing up, and all I wanted to, have was a column in the Tribune or Sun-Times, and things have evolved. It's not just the writing. It's not just podcasting. It's not just video. It's a mix of all three, and that's really what we're here for, is to connect people with where they're at and where they're congregating. And I don't think, necessarily that we've seen something like this in town before. So, I'm pretty excited about that. Herb, what appealed to you about this opportunity?
Just like I've been thinking about this, working at The Score for 18 plus years, like I was thinking, why isn't there a entity where you have all the sports in Chicago's talked about? And if you are looking for White Sox, you go specifically to the White Sox page and you get to hear White Sox coverage. You're looking for Cubs, you go to Luke and them and find them. And it never materialized like that. It's all, like you said, traditional media. And we're not here to take over anything. We're here to contribute as part of the community, as Luke said. We're here just to be another thing that you could find. Hey, those guys at CHGO White Sox are awesome. Let me go and check out their page. Let me go and check out their YouTube. Let's check out that podcast where I'm driving into work. That's the type of thing that I've been dreaming of forever as a producer at The Score. And, The Score is still a viable entity, and I'm not bad-mouthing them, but, they're traditional. We're a little out the box, and I'm so glad that Brandon and yourself and whoever wanted to recruit me got me here into this seat right now.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm not sweating. That's weird.
That is good.
If you're going to watch, I'm going to sweat a lot.
You made this weekend 68 degrees this weekend. So.
Oh, God.
For your birthday.
Right? How about that for Chicago's birthday today, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have people running naked throughout the city because it's going to reach close to 70. Anytime that happens, the first time, summertime shy, people lose their minds around here. You'll never see a coat again the rest of the year, despite the fact that it's going to snow on Monday. Am I the weather guy too now? Is that the deal? I should give the forecast. This is it.
We need a weather person for these shows, just to come in and.
Where's that
just open the window.
All in due time. Yeah.
Just open the window
and see what's coming along. It's been a trip, man. This kind of came together in 5-6 weeks.
I mean, look where we're at. This studio is ridiculous. I don't know if people can see. Behind us in those windows, that's the city of Chicago. We're in some...
The Sears Tower is right there.
It's amazing. It's the West Loop. It's just phenomenal.
We were here last night. You guys had left. We were still dressing the set, and this is actually a stairwell back here, and it goes down deep, and we had to hang that Jordan jersey. We had a ladder, and we had Parker from Denver up there, and I was worried for him. I was honestly worried. It didn't go. It's mounted on that brick. It took a while, but it's up there. I mean, this entire place looks fantastic. I brought these from home. All this stuff is kind of sourced from our own collections.
What are the stairs for? Is that if, like, I have a take that sucks, you throw me down the staircase down in the dungeon and
that's pretty much
bring somebody else out, or what's the deal?
We're going to do that soon.
Yeah, I mean,
we also want to startle our viewers, because I know at some point we're going to be broadcasting and someone's going to come up from the alley and it's just going to freak everybody out.
That should be on our first betting show. Which guest host accidentally walks into the set from the stairs?
I love it.
And then we'll have chats with the people on YouTube. They can on there like, oh no, somebody's gonna attack you guys. Watch out! You know that old Cosby show where they went down the stairs like the clown guy. I thought that was a false stairs that back there. I was gonna do that, but it's actual stairs.
These are real.
I'm gonna enjoy this. This is awesome.
Let's talk.
YouTube, we have our first YouTube super chat.
Oh,
a YouTube super chat. There we go. Bear down.
Super chat.
Had to be the first donation in a new era. Excited to see you guys kick ass. We can say ass and stuff. That's cool.
Can we?
Yeah, I think I just did. I don't know.
I can't. My mom's watching. I'm not allowed.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, like, obviously we are fans. Like, let's talk about, what are our backgrounds? Greg, how did you start off what's your earliest memory?
I mean, my earliest memory is going to the stadium with my dad. My parents were huge Blackhawks fans. They were season ticket holders in the early 70s after they got married, and then my sister and I came along, so that put the kibosh on that. Sorry, but
I can as a Blackhawks season ticket holder who can't make it to many games because I'm a dad, I can relate.
Yeah, so I remember going to the old stadium. I remember the only times I ever heard my dad drop F-bombs was during Blackhawk games, and so those are special memories.
Did they smoke while they were there?
No. Okay. My dad quit before them, but yeah, the smoke, right? Because we were always at the top in the rafters, so we were in the heaviest smoke. So I missed the second half of the ice, but
a different time.
But it was great. I remember I became a season ticket holder in 2007, and I remember the first time I got to take my dad on my tickets was a special night. Kept trying to pay me. I was like, listen, you've paid for every hockey game I've ever been to in my life. Let me get one, please.
That's awesome.
So that's where it kind of started. The passion started at home, and it's grown. And to all those teachers that said, doodling in your margins, you'll get you nowhere. Well, here I am.
What about you, Luke?
I just think it's cool that we have a group of people that are all Chicago sports fans. It's not a bunch of East Coast opinions. It's not West Coast opinions. We're Chicago people, Chicago
Midwest
fans.
bias.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the old guys, I know, get off my lawn. I'll probably say it once a show because some of the young guys are going to be sneaking up on me.
And we paired you with two young guys.
Yeah, so I've already said it to him before the show. I said, just get off my lawn and we'll do it. But I've been to games at Old Comiskey. I've been to the old stadium. I've been to, Wrigley Field, old Soldier Field before it was turned into a spaceship. But my first sports memory is going to the old stadium when Artis Gilmore was on the team, and you could walk down to the floor practically during the game.
Yeah.
Downtown Freddie Brown was on the Supersonics. And then you go all the way up to now, and it's like you grew up, and I've seen the Chicago teams win. I've seen the White Sox win, the Blackhawks win. We're just waiting on the Bears to do it again, but it's happened in my lifetime. It's been a while.
I sure hope
It'd be nice if it happened again, but for me, we're Cubs and Sox. I've been a fan of every team in town at some point in my life. Sometimes more than others, different teams, but I've enjoyed going to every sport.
Myself, I was 11, 12 years old. I had parents that are not big-time sports people, so I didn't have a Cub or Sox bias to start off with, and I got to choose, and I chose the Illini.
Yeah.
Dumb. And then I chose the White Sox, too, and I was like, God, that 11, 12-year-old guy is just ruining my life up until I was like 26, and when they won the World Series, I was like, I appreciate you, 12-year-old guy.
There you go.
And it's been awesome for the most part, even though the team hasn't been awesome, because even though we root for a team that has made the playoffs for the first time consecutively this past season, the community, the White Sox fans, oh my goodness.
Amazing.
I mean, if you guys have ever checked out White Sox Twitter, we're a feisty bunch. but we're a family. We come together all together when somebody else attacks us, or when we have those polls like who's the most popular team in MLB. It's usually the White Sox Twitter that shows up and wins those for us. So I'm proud to be a White Sox fan, even though I cuss that 11, 12-year-old out occasionally.
It's going to be great. I think Sox Twitter is awesome, and we have a lot of people from Sox Twitter involved in this. Yourself, Vinny Duber, Sean Anderson, Janice Scurio, who's also going to be covering the Sky, doing a podcast for us, which is cool. My earliest memory, I'm not exactly sure. Like I remember the Bears losing to the Niners in the NFC title game, and then I have vivid memories as a 7-year-old of Super Bowl 20, which hasn't happened since, but kind of growing up, the fact that we were able to live through, the Last Dance and all 6 Bulls titles, and to actually see the Blackhawks come back and see what they did. I mean, I die hard with the Blackhawks, and I never thought we'd see a cup raised there. And then to see it 3 times in 6 years was just amazing, and have the season tickets is so crazy. And look, I was covering national sports at Yahoo Sports for a long time, and it was a great job, and I worked with a great team there. But you can only write about LeBron and the Dallas Cowboys and Tom Brady so much. I miss this. Like, this is what I'm passionate about. Already this week, I mean, around this office, I can just walk 5 feet and have a different, Chicago sports conversation with anybody. And then we get to sit down here and someone's going to pay us to do it. Like, again, pinch us, right? Someone's going to, I'm going to wake up at some point.
Isn't that why we all got into it?
Yeah.
I know for me it was. I had 2 goals when I was heading out of college. Get to Chicago and talk about Chicago sports. The other one was see the Cubs win the World Series. Yeah, it's been pretty cool to do that, launch another network 18 years ago and do it again now.
Yeah.
But this is a totally different beast because it's changed. People have already changed, as you said, the way they ingest their sports. It's completely changed in the last 5 years, and I think we kind of fill that void a little bit where we can connect with sports fans and we have that opportunity. So we hope they will continue to, as we're watching Facebook on a monitor up there, starting to see comments coming through, and just from the social media today, it's been awesome.
We're running this entire thing off of a Mac. It's insane. I don't know. And I'm glad that we have technical people here, because I would have no idea how to do any of this. So.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
We have a talented team of people behind the scenes that are going to make us look a lot better than we actually are. So, thank you to our producers. You guys are already killing it.
Yeah, it's amazing. We have more super chats. All right, Matt Zawoski, I know this guy. $10 super chat. Excited to see this. Also, did Herb get even more handsome?
Oh yeah, see
My guy Zoe.
I think so.
Thank you, Zoe.
We got more. Elliot. Thanks for starting a Discord chat to give the community a place to go and talk CHGO sports together. Excited for all the content. So that is one of the perks of being a member. There's a Discord chat that we're all going to be in and talking about during games. And, when we're doing these live streams, people are going to be commenting and we're going to be talking and giving feedback. And we talk about, right now we have 4 people on set, but the 5th member is that YouTube stream of comments.
And also, membership includes a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I got one today. My fiance got one, not just because she's supporting me. It's because they look awesome. Like the CHGO White Sox with the brawler socks, awesome. And then the flag, CHGO, with the thing right over the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We have a brawler Cubs and a brawler Sox.
You didn't see that?
I didn't even know that was available. Do we get a discount?
We do.
Yeah.
Oh man, we get a discount.
Yeah. I mean, if you become a member, you get a free one.
What?
If you look at the screen, you can see.
There we go.
Here we are.
How am I
look at
first
that.
finding out about
Look
this?
at that CHGO with the flag.
love
I
it.
mean,
Once again, picking on the old guy.
I don't want to be biased, but that red one looks really sweet right there. I like that
Those
one.
are all pretty sweet.
Greg, I think you need a matching tattoo there of the Hawks one.
We can make that happen.
Let's do it.
Send the camera crew. Let's do it. Let's go this afternoon. I'm serious. Let's do it.
Have we started the Herb got more handsome one yet? Do we have a shirt for that?
I like that one.
Herb just got more handsome.
only my mom and myself will buy that.
Look, Matt is a guy that we all talk to on Twitter, and the fact that we're sitting here now talking in this and having that conversation to me is incredible.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Like, we're going to be doing shows like Sean, Vinny, and I are going to be doing shows pre-post. Vinny's going to be at the stadium most of the times at home games.
Yeah.
And then after a game, like we came from both Locked On Sox, Sean and I. So we used to do daily podcasts every time a Sox win or they lost. But now we have a insider. We have a beat writer, Vinny Duber, who gets the real from the players and from the managers. Instead of me just talking my nonsense, he can check me on a couple. It's like, hey, Herb, Lurie Garcia is great.
Drop some info on you.
Yeah.
Who are you working with?
Well, Cody and Corey and Ryan are all going to be like doing great stuff. Ryan's going to be kind of our beat writer, go out there and get to the ballpark, get the real stuff. Cody, you're going to be, he's watching off to the side. He's so into the Cubs. Like,
we picked him straight out of the bleachers.
And Corey's the same way. Like, Corey and Brendan start talking about pitch angles, and like they're all smarter than I am. Like, I already have established that. Like, I'm just going to be the guy to kind of maybe push stuff around a little bit, but like they know the Cubs, they know the current Cubs, they know the future Cubs, which is, kind of become the exciting part of this franchise at the moment, is what's coming forward. And we're excited to do the first show. We're all from totally different backgrounds. Mm-hmm. Where our age group is kind of all over the place. Well, they're all closer to one age, and then
I love it
senior circuit.
Because the Sox crew pretty much knew each other coming in. You guys didn't, and you guys have gelled over the last 10 days in an amazing way to make me think like I actually knew something, but I didn't. I was like, let's just put these guys together and see what happens. And it's been great.
We did one 30-minute rehearsal, and afterwards I said, I feel like I feel like a family. Like, I've never met these guys before, but they feel like family, and I think that's kind of the idea behind what we're trying to do.
Right.
Not just creating family here, but creating family there, like so everybody feels included.
Yeah. So, Greg, it's you and Mario, the main team on the Blackhawks, and then also Jay Zawoski, kind of like the dean of Blackhawks media in town, will also be contributing. What are you guys looking forward to?
Man, I mean, you guys put together, that's a first line right there. I mean, that's an all-star quality hockey line right there. I'm super pumped to have Mario and Jay working side by side. It's going to be a great team. We all bring a little bit of different personality, but the cool thing, not only about the Blackhawks beat, but this entire network is, if you're a big Chicago sports fan and you're active on Twitter, all your favorite Twitter follows for every team is now under one roof. You don't have to go all over the place. Yeah. I pretty much Jay, Mario, and I, we all have the same 1,000 followers. It's all the same people. So now they can come to one place, and I'm sure I could say that all across the board. Bulls, Sox, Cubs, Bears. All your favorite personalities are now here, and that's the most exciting part.
Yeah, so make sure you're following everybody's Twitter. Not only do we have CHGO_sports, but we have one for every team with the formula _ and then the team name. Look, we're going to wrap this up because we're going to bring in speaking of Lions, we're going to bring in a second line with Bears, Bulls, and we're going to bring on Vinny just for the mustache. Before you go, what is the most Chicago thing you can think of?
All right. I said it yesterday. I'm going to stick with it. I'm sticking with square pizza. I mean, that's Chicago for me. Everybody, that's real Chicago pizza. If you're watching from outside, it's not the deep dish. It's the square thin crust pizza. Get it right.
But you're like anti-triangle on the tavern style pie.
Yeah,
and
I said be squares.
But that's the appetizer. You have the little cracker with the little tiny bit of cheese.
You can have the corners. Leave me the middle. That's where all the good stuff.
My
falls.
man, my man.
I didn't get this gooey center from avoiding the gooey centers. All right.
The middle, a little underdone, doughy, nice.
That's the way to go.
Luke,
Like me.
Most Chicago
thing. There's only one answer: the mustache, my friend. All the good ones. Dicka, mustache. Phil, mustache. Ozzy, mustache. Quenville, mustache. Duber, mustache. Peck, mustache. I'm working on it, but it takes a little while.
Joe Madden, no mustache.
That is true. That's why they ran him out of town. Probably, I don't know. Somebody had a mustache. They had to have.
I said it yesterday. Tailgates. Yes. I know Milwaukee and other colleges do it well, but no one does it better than the White Sox. No one. Not a single team does it better than the White Sox. The tailgates out there at 35th and Shields are legendary, and that's what I think about Chicago. Meeting up with your people, having a couple brats in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And congregating. Like, it's the Twitter whole thing can sometimes be, like, antagonizing. But when you meet face-to-face with somebody, all that stuff goes away. Yeah. And it's just like, hey, we're fellowship. We're a brotherhood. We're human beings. Let's have a conversation. And if you disagree with me, all good. But we can have a civil discord without being, disagreeable.
Right. So I hope baseball figures its issues out, because I want nothing more than to have a crosstown tailgate and have everyone with CHGO here. We're just getting started building this community here. We're going to stop down here, switch it up with some other people from CHGO so you can get to know them. Guys, thanks for stopping by this morning.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, we're not done yet. Everyone stay. We are just switching over. We're bringing in some good facial hair. I probably shouldn't have shaved this morning, but this is amazing. This isn't a long switchover, so hopefully everyone is having a great time watching this so far, loving seeing the comments. Oh, here we are already back. All right, our second wave on the CHGO Sports Podcast. Were you guys watching?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. Didn't seem interesting to me, Kev. Of course I'm freaking watching.
All right, let's do some introductions here. I don't think any of these guys need introductions. We got Nicholas Moriano covering the Bears. Vinny Duber. You've got the whole.
I got the whole. I could do just the mustache, but
you might have to for the next time. Vinny Duber, our Chicago White Sox beat reporter, and Matt Peck, Mr. Bulls extraordinaire, the Shy Slamma Jamma. How are you guys doing this morning? What was your morning like?
Man, took a shower, drank 3 cups of coffee, and came here. Then drank another cup of coffee. I'm ready to go, y'all.
Who needs coffee when you got Coca-Cola? That's what I'm saying. Hit the hard stuff. Let's go.
You're a Coca-Cola in the morning with your sausage egg McMuffin?
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, yeah. I don't think it's going to have long-lasting health benefits, but yeah, that's usually how it goes.
I don't think you drink any soda, probably.
No, I'm not a big soda guy, but I did have an energy drink, so I'm caffeinated too. I'm ready to go, but I don't think we really need much of this when we're doing this right here in this awesome studio.
True enough.
It's pretty amazing. What have been your thoughts throughout this entire process, Vinny?
Oh, I mean, it's great. It's exciting. I think the number one thing that always stands out to me about something like this is, everybody jumps to, sports, but I think Chicago, right? Yeah. And I think, you look at our logo and our name, and, that's the thing that jumps out to me. Sports is obviously a huge part of this city and living in this city, and so that's why we kind of love doing this. But just having this be a very Chicago thing jumps out to me, and that's what's been so exciting about it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that struck me when you guys started kind of assembling your super team of Chicago sports people.
The Cavengers.
Right. The pitch was do what you do and be who you are. Mm-hmm. You didn't ask any of us to change who we are and the kind of content that we like to provide our Chicago sports fans with, and are totally on board with us doing it in our way, in our style. And some of us have different styles, but you put it all together and it's just passionate Chicago sports fans providing content for their fellow passionate Chicago sports fans. What? That's not a job. I would pay you guys to do this.
Right. So you come from an interesting background because you were one of the Bulls outsiders, NBC Sports Chicago.
Shout out Big Dave and John.
And you guys, who will be involved in this, of course, and you guys were making those fan first connections. What did you learn in that time doing that on such a big platform?
Well, I mean, obviously it was an awesome opportunity. We wished the team were better while we were on that show. But I think what we discovered fairly quickly is that Bulls fans needed us. Yeah. They needed people to be out there and saying, hey, we're not the media who's telling you everything is fine. Don't look over here. We're like, no, this sucks. Let's talk about how this freaking sucks. Yeah. And the fact that people wanted to still relate with us and talk about the game. Mm-hmm. How many times can you watch the Bulls lose by 30 and still have something interesting to say about it? But Bulls fans kept coming back because they appreciated that we were just genuine and we were fans who wanted to see the team succeed. Right. And now, Big Dave and I, along with Mark and Will, we're so excited that we can have a similar platform here with a team that's finally worth watching. Yeah. We're freaking stoked.
So you're the first out of the gate with the biggest game. They're playing
Bulls,
the Bucks. Bulls Bucks
Race
tonight.
Now and watch your head, son.
So we'll have a pregame show for that here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe. if you haven't already. And then we'll have a full post game afterward. Win or lose, we'll either be holding a party or a funeral. I know you guys.
Either way, there's beer, right?
Either way, there's beer. Nick, you have a very interesting background, a very admirable background. You're one of our younger guys here, but you're still super accomplished. You and Will DeWitt started the Chicago Audible under about 6 or 7 years ago?
7 years ago, that's correct.
And you were how old at that point?
So I'm 27, so I was 20.
Okay.
So 20 years old, yeah, but very similarly, the Bears get blown out by 30 very often. Very often. And it's unfortunate, but it was just a way for us to talk about the Bears and relate with all the Bears fans that were grieving.
Yeah.
Your week is, when the Bears win, your week is made. You know, you just go into that next week feeling confident, you're a little happy, you have a little bit more pep in your step.
Right.
But that didn't happen very often with the Bears and how they were playing. So being able to articulate our thoughts and resonate with everybody in the chats, and that was therapeutic in a way, talking about, oh man, the Bears lost again. How can we make this fun but keep it to where we're not going to always say the Bears are going to win every game. We have to be realistic with it, but it allowed us to talk about the Bears and made us feel better a little bit throughout the week when they lost as many games as they did.
Sure. So at any point when you guys were grinding and doing that game after game and doing podcasts, you guys have a super loyal fan base that's coming with you here and is super excited for you to have this opportunity. How many times did you say, we have to keep doing this because in 7 years we're going to get a call out of the blue from a company that started in Denver, and they want to pair you with Olin Kreutz, and you will be doing a podcast with him?
I knew exactly that was going to happen there, Kevin. But honestly, I remember getting that phone call, and I was driving with my girlfriend somewhere, and I'm like, this isn't real. Like, come on. Like, I trust Will with all my heart, but when he called me, he called me. So I'm like, okay, there's something big happening here. But then once all the details happen, and I see, like, you know, our people in our chat here, like Johnny, who's been with us since the beginning, Johnny Gavila. So shout out to you for being with us here. It's like, man, this is exactly what I've always dreamed of kind of doing, being able to cover the Bears on this kind of platform.
And I talk about just having a great mix of people from established media outlets, up-and-comers, people who come from non-traditional backgrounds, and I think that's really what fans want. It's just a mix. People just don't consume one of each one category, exclusively. It's a mix, and we're bringing people together, and to me, that's like the exciting part of it. And we're going to try to get people before talked about being additive. It's like we want this to be a place to congregate. Other people from other outlets in town are welcome here. We're going to be potting with them if they're down for it, and we hope that they are. I don't know, who would be your dream guest for like the Bears podcast?
Oh man, dream guest. That's a really good question. But I got to bring on. Adam Johns. We're gonna get on the show at some point, just because that's a guy that has helped me so much in my career.
Yeah.
Getting to where I'm at now, but just getting to sit next to him and talk Bears, like that's someone that would be pretty cool to.
You're supposed to
have
answer Olin Kreutz.
Oh, yeah. Well, Olin's, that's like a gimme. That's a given. That's a given. Just being able to just off to the side talk to Olin about some of his playing days, like.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be doing that. Like that's crazy though, Kevin.
So that's the next show up. We'll be doing the Bears podcast here in a bit. Vinny, you're probably going to answer a rock icon. So.
Oh well, yeah, sure. If we're just going completely not related to the White Sox at all, yeah, give me Springsteen or something like that. But I mean,
very Chicago guy, Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, famously. So yeah, but no, yeah. If we're talking, a White Sox related figure, are Ribby and Rhubarb still around and kicking? Could they be on the podcast?
Don't they have them like hanging in Cooperstown? Like just kind of just like.
I thought you were going to be like, hanging in the basement of the cell somewhere.
They actually might
be.
Yeah, Ribby and Rhubarb would be fun.
Yeah, Ribby and Rhubarb. Maybe Andy the Clown or something.
Waldo the White Sox Wolf.
Waldo the White Sox Wolf. Absolutely. I always bring that up. Nobody ever knows what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah. When I was a kid, you'd go to the White Sox game. He'd be on the scoreboard.
He was very short-lived.
Well, he wasn't in costume. There was no real life Waldo the White Sox Wolf. He was a cartoon. But I mean, the amount of giveaway balls and batting gloves that you have with for the kids back in the day. I was right in the sweet spot for Waldo the White Sox.
Waldo was your best friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
2, 1, the Worm, Dennis Rodman, 3-time NBA champ with the Bulls. Like he's like Bigfoot. Like when he showed up at NBA All-Star Weekend, I felt like Leo DiCaprio in that meme where he's like, "Yo, my God, it's Dennis." Would love that. And then secondly, Keem Noah. Probably my favorite Bull of all time. I don't know if you guys saw, Bulls community Twitter put a video of him up a few days ago of him giving a speech to this local girls' high school basketball team after a really tough loss. And he was talking to them about going through the fire with your teammates. And he was talking about the conference finals in 2011 and that, like, you know, it broke our hearts and those were tough times. I still get goosebumps talking about it, but like, those guys on that team are my best friends today. I was like, I'm ready to run through a wall right now. So but like,
are you ready to run through a wall right now?
I know.
Yeah,
life goals, number one, interview Keem Noah.
Okay.
Briefly make him my friend, and then cry about the restraining order that quickly follows.
My main goal right now is I want to do a podcasting-a-thon and just see how long you can just go solo at that energy level.
Great.
Like probably.
No, dude, I'm crashing. I'm leaving now. I'm done. That's it.
You just.
Oh, I broke 3 mics at Bulls Outsiders for the record. So just
So yeah.
Yeah. So you got to top that now.
Allie,
right?
do we have more? Allie, do we have more super chats?
6 more super chats.
6 more super. Should we run through them right now? Laura Kurzak. Laura is actually one of my high school teachers, which is awesome.
Oh, that's
This is very sweet. Kev, glad to see a fellow Highlander living his dream. Congrats. So I am an alum of Driscoll Catholic High School in Addison, the late great Driscoll Catholic High School. Shout out DC Pride. That's awesome.
Okay, next one.
Brendan Johnson. You want to read this one?
Let's see. Will and Nick are the only reason the Bears seasons were bearable. Yeah, no, that's what we try to do. But Brandon, appreciate it, man.
Pun intended there, I imagine. Yeah.
Mike Engels, tavern-style square-cut pizza, but with a liter of RC. That's a given.
Absolutely.
Paper bag or box? What do you guys? The box keeps the heat better, but
Yeah.
I like the
agree with
bag
that.
because it tells you how much grease is on the pizza.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's transparent paper now.
you know.
See,
yeah.
I'd go box, but my current favorite spot does bag. So
Which
I'll
is
go
what?
back. Phil's on 35th.
Phil's is awesome.
Yes, fantastic.
We're gonna have to mention every pizza place that we love in an attempt to get them to deliver us pizza here, and
That sounds like a great idea.
slide into my DMs and we'll give you the address. We got more?
Come on.
Isaac Siegel. I'm excited to join up today. Will and Nick are amazing and excited. I'm excited to get to know all of you. Congratulations. Thank you,
Appreciate it,
Isaac.
Isaac.
That's awesome. All right. Let's go, Nick. 6 years and counting. How do you know Isaac?
Through here.
Through here. That's
Man,
awesome.
so
Okay.
it's this again.
Not a high school teacher.
Not a high school teacher. Not a high school teacher. But yeah, just a great community, and I'm really excited too with all these great people that are here. Just learning more about all the Chicago sports teams. Like listening to the rehearsals yesterday, Matt. Like I can listen to you for hours. Like honestly, you are so entertaining. And
Say
get
that
to know-
now. You won't in a week. Yeah.
And with the Bulls being entertaining, so that's going to be really cool just to learn more about each of these beats and just getting to know, again, the sports that we all grew up watching as kids.
So all our written content is not paywalled here as we open. And your beat buddy, Will Gottlieb, did a breakdown of DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
His mid-range jumper, according to NBA analytics, mid-range jumpers are very inefficient. People should not take them. But he made the case why it's a great idea for DeMar DeRozan to take them. DeMar DeRozan makes it for himself, but
He does.
Will actually made the math case.
Right.
And I'm kind of a guy that sort of glazes over if you get too crazy into it. But he did such a great job breaking it down. And to me, that's the great kind of content we're going to get, not only with basketball, but football and baseball and everything else. So.
Yeah, Will's column was great about DeMar's, master of the mid-range. Check it out on the CHGO website.
Yeah.
Whew, man. DeMar, he's MJ in the mid-range right now. It's all he's second three-peat MJ in the mid-range. It's beautiful to watch.
It's so crazy. I feel like there's a very short list of people, particularly superstars, who have ingratiated themselves that quickly upon come to Chicago. You always get your grinder type people who just are fun because people like grinders or whatever.
Your AJs, if you will.
Even AJ was a little step above. I'm thinking
Brian Scalabrine.
There you go.
People
Great
like
example.
that. So, but for him to come in and really get in that upper level of Chicago free agent acquisitions, right now it's John Lester, Marion Hossa, Candace Parker, and then DeMar within 2 months was like, yo, I'm in.
He's getting MVP chance on road games. It's unreal.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to? I guess, in the weeks ahead with this venture?
Hanging out with a bunch of other Chicago sports fans and making content for our fellow Chicago sports fans. I'm counting down the hours for Bulls pregame tonight. Bulls Bucks. I'm stoked.
Okay.
Bulls are trying to come off a 3-game skid. You know, a division opponent. You got the Grayson Allen story, the revenge game. I mean, and then we just get to do it again next week and the week after and the week after until we all die. Me probably among the earliest.
When will your recaffeination schedule start today?
I'm thinking like an hour before pregame.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for baseball season to get started. That'd be nice. You know what I
It
mean?
would be.
Usually around this time we're getting all the reports from sunny Arizona, but not so much this year. But listen, it's coming. Don't worry. It's going to happen. It just might happen a little later than usual. But when it does, the White Sox got a World Series contender on the south side, and I think everybody's very excited about seeing them in action. And, you know, I have covered this team the bulk of my time doing it as a rebuilding squad. You know, I was there
And
for
so
the
you're like ready
for
to
the
cover a
100
winner
loss
and
year,
not
so-
walk into a losing locker room day after day.
Exactly. And so that is going to be exciting to have people not only caring because White Sox fans care about everything, but caring because the outcome could be a championship.
So let me ask you this, Nick. You're going back to Indy after the Bears show to cover the rest of the combine. You've got free agency coming up. You've got the draft coming up. You've got the schedule coming up. Of those 4 things in the off season, what do you look forward to the most?
Ooh, that is a great question. I'm a big schedule guy. Like
Yeah,
I like
it
knowing
too.
when the Bears
even
are
though
gonna
you
play.
know who's playing, it's like how do
oh, they're gonna this is gonna be a very terrible sequence of weeks here. But that's always something I look forward to. Just seeing, well, by then you know who the Bears have, who they've drafted, and then you get to kind of see, well, does this help at this point of the season? And so that's really an exciting time. But, you know, just being able to do this full time as well, like just kind of answering that same question, that's going to be awesome. You know, getting to devote a lot of time to the Bears, and which should equate to a lot better content and just more content.
Sure. So we will finish with the most Chicago thing ever. I will start off. I'm going to say the most Chicago thing ever is CHGO because we're going to be reflective of the city.
Yes.
And like if it's cool in Chicago, it's going to be cool here. We're going to be talking about it. You know, everything from Peter Francis Geraci to Eagle Man to Dibs or whatever. We'll go back around this way. What's the most Chicago thing ever?
You know, I always think of deep dish, man, and I don't get it very often.
So you're deep dish,
So so I think of deep dish pizza.
Do you have soda with the deep dish or no?
That will be the one time I actually drink a soda. So right there, a deep dish pizza.
Vinny?
First of all, I mean, it's pop, so let's get that in order. There's your most Chicago.
I say soda, man.
I say
well,
soda.
well, you're all wrong.
I am
so,
wrong. I am wrong.
No, most Chicago thing ever. I'm repping him today. Muddy Waters, blues. Let's play the blues in here. I think that's what we need to do a little bit more of. That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody get out of here without singing the blues.
No, blues had a baby. They named it rock and roll.
Matt, you're at last up. Let's finish it.
Beef dipped Jard.
Yes.
Frosty old style, watching the game with your friends. That's Chicago.
All right. Well, we are going to get ready to watch you on the Bulls, the pregame and postgame. You're breaking it down with your Sox crew later this afternoon. And, Nick, you're up next, so good luck with that.
Yeah, I can sit here.
2 more Super Chats before we go.
Nice.
Guy Finley, looking forward to this. Ingratiating ourselves with our play is what we Trojans like DeMar and Scalabrini do. Bringing it together. Awesome. Jake Flanagan, much respect for the Chicago stashes.
Hey.
There can be only one.
It's in your contract that you guys can't get rid of those.
Right. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys, this was awesome. Thanks for joining us on the CHGO podcast. Thanks for making this launch a success. We're looking forward to talking with you, not only for the rest of today, but going forward. And again, thank you so much. This has been great. This has been the CHGO podcast. Kevin Kadek, Nick Moriano, Vinny Duber, and Matt Peck.